Hey guys, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. Yeah, the old clock says it's 5 o'clock. Beer 30. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hello everybody, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. I have heard from my subscribers and seen where a lot of people really like this beer. And Thirsty Dog does some great beers, they really do. This beer here is a wee heavy ale aged in bourbon barrels. And this is a 12% alcohol by volume. This is a bigger, this is a sipper, not a chugger. IBUs, it says, is 22 on this one. Best served at 43 degrees, so it's pretty close to that temperature. Just got it out of the fridge a couple of minutes ago. And they're out of Akron, Ohio. And it says here it's aged 11 months. So they had this in the barrels for 11 months, so it should have a huge, especially if it's a first run bourbon barrel and not had beer in it before, it should have a huge bourbon aroma and taste to this beer. And I've heard some of my subscribers saying this, they've told me that's an awesome beer. Actually I think I have two of these. One was sent to me and I may have picked one of them up at the barrel chest or something, not sure. I don't have a sticker on this one, so this must be the one that I picked up. So if you sent me one of these, I apologize. This is the one that I pulled out of the fridge that I purchased myself. So this is a pretty big beer, guys. Just remember, when you're drinking a 12%er, if you're not drinking at home, you're drinking this at a bar or a pub, you drink two of these and whether you realize it or not, if you go through a road check, license check, or a DUI checkpoint, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. Even when you think you can function, if you drink two 12% beers, that's like 3 average beers. You drink 2 of them, that's a whole 6-pack right there, guys. It is. Just be careful if you're not drinking this big of a beer or this beer at home. I hate to see anybody get in trouble. And here in this state, just one of these is enough alcohol in this one beer to get you an impaired driving ticket. So just be careful out there. Don't want to see anybody get in trouble. The long arm of Johnny Law will reach out and snatch your ass right up. It will. That's why I do most of my drinking here, guys. I don't have anything else to say. The commercial assurance says we made this beer especially for bourbon barrels. The result is our most acclaimed bourbon barrel beer. Bourbon barrel aging and specialty malts create flavors of vanilla and caramel that blend in a perfect balance. So, food pairing for this beer, for a Scotch ale, says here, cheeses of buttery Gouda Havarti, Swiss, some meat is smoked meat and salmon, Glassware's pint Becker tumbler mug, snipped or tulip. I'm using my favorite glass, guys. This is a Sauvin beer glass. I'm still getting guys ask me what this glass is. It's the Sauvin beer glass. S-A-U-V-I-N beer glass. Google it. It will show you if you're interested in buying one. It's not a cheap glass. This glass is over 30 bucks. But it is, the walls are so thick and it's a heavy glass, a very nice shape. It's my favorite glass. My good friend Parrish sent this to me, so as a gift, and I cherish it. None of my beer glasses go into the dishwasher. They all are hand washed every time I use them. Don't want to take any chances of dropping them or breaking them or doing anything, especially this glass. It's my favorite. And the double glass. You see me use that all the time. I've basically gone away from using the pint glass unless I'm drinking a go-to beer. Anytime I'm doing a review, I like this style of glass because it enhances the aroma with that tulip on the top of it. So, it says here beer can be sold for long periods at 12% bourbon barrel aged. This beer will probably keep for 10, 15, even 20 years if you sell it correctly. So, don't think there's anything else. Y'all probably noticed the last two beer reviews, this one and the last one, there's no opener up there because I sold them all, even sold the one I was using. The next batch is due in tomorrow. I'm reviewing this on the 11th of August. They are due in tomorrow on the 12th. One of them's already sold. The guy sent me his money already before I even got them in. So as soon as I get them, I'll do a video tomorrow and let y'all know. By the time you see this, I'm several weeks ahead on the beer reviews. By the time you see this, I'll have already posted them and probably sold half of them by then. So just want to give you an idea of why there's no Gregsbeerreview openers up there. So I'm going to use the Snakebite beer opener that the company that makes these, Snakebite, was so graciously kind to send me one of those. And the end of it looks like a standard church key, except it's got that big V cut into it. So I'm going to open it with this. Pops it right open. Got a nice little leather pouch if you're interested in getting one of these to put on your keychain, so you always have one. Just check them out. The Snakebite beer opener. I'm sure all you got to do is just have the Snakebite beer opener in Google, and it'll take you right to their website. So let's get this into the glass and see what it's all about. I'm going to pour this kind of aggressive since it's a 12%er. Right down the center. I can smell the bourbon already from here. About a half a finger of head on that aggressive pour. Very nice color. Nice red ruby color. I can see the bulb right through it and a lot of bubbles streaming up. Very nice red ruby color to this Scotch ale. Very good looking beer. Let's get a nose on it. I'm anxious. Ooh, bourbon. I don't drink bourbon anymore. I used to, guys. I had to quit drinking bourbon because it made me mean and angry and aggressive and an asshole. So I gave up liquor. I'm a beer guy. A lot of people ask me would I consider doing liquor reviews or anything. I appreciate it, but I'm not interested in doing liquor. I don't want to be a mean, old, grouchy ass, old asshole. To be blunt about it, that's basically what brown liquor did to me. And I quit drinking brown liquor and I went to clear liquor, tequila and vodka and stuff like that. And I wasn't as mean as I was on the brown liquor, but I ended up giving that away. I got tired of feeling like doo-doo the next day and laying on the couch with a big hangover and a head about this big around. So I do beers now. I do two or three a day and then I'm done. I don't session beers anymore. A lot of you young cats out there still can. More power to you. This old guy just gave it up. I went to a beer festival on the weekend and was a beer judge there at Microfestivals and ended up judging some beers and had a few after that and ended up drinking more than I wanted to drink and then didn't feel bad the next day because I ate while I was there. But still, I don't like to drink that many beers when I'm not at home because like I said, and when we left around 5 or 6 o'clock, it was still daylight. You're more safer driving home at that time of day than you are 11, 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. But that's when they're looking for your ass. Yeah. So I try to be at home, and usually in the bed by that time anyway. So don't go to a lot of pubs or bars or anything anymore, unless it's during the day and that I'm back and home and safe, because nobody wants a DUI. That's a $10,000 life-changing event. So. Wonderful smell. I'm getting bourbon, caramel, and toffee. And did I say bourbon? Oh yeah, definitely. 11 months in the bourbon barrel. It's going to have a bourbon smell. And more likely going to have a bourbon taste. I hope it's not real boozy. But it's 12%, you got to realize that. You're not drinking a 4.5% Bud Light or a Miller or Michelob or Budweiser or any of that stuff. This is a craft beer. This is a monster craft beer at 12%. And it's got a nice sweet back end to it. It's maybe some hints of some brown sugar or candied sugar in there. A lot of malt, a lot of hops to balance out a beer that's 12%, guys. Well, let's give it a taste. Cheers. Wow, that is smooth, but that is a big bourbon taste on this. 11 months in the barrel. I would pretty much say this is the first run barrel too. With that much bourbon aroma and that much bourbon taste. It's almost like you just took a regular wee heavy or a Scotch ale and took a shot of bourbon and poured it in there. It's got that much bourbon influence to it. That is so smooth. Very easy drinking for a 12%. You could seriously get your ass in trouble drinking this if you weren't at home. That is a well-made beer. The bourbon is almost perfect in this. Wow, I'm blown away. That is an awesomely well-made beer. Wow. I don't know what to say. It's mind-blowing when you get to taste a beer that's put together as well as this is. And the bourbon is not overpowering everything else. It's there, and it's prominent, it's up front. But it's not burning my throat or anything like that. It doesn't seem to be boozy, but the bourbon is there. Just be aware. Well, I think it's boozy. Well, I think it says, well, you know, it's all relative. If you're used to drinking 4.5%, 5%, 6% beers, and you jump on this bandwagon, it's gonna wake you up. Or if you drink 2 or 3 or 4 of them, it's gonna put you to sleep. So, but it's an awesome well-made beer. So it's right out of the fridge. It's probably around the 43 to 45 degree temperature now. Since I've been flapping my gums on this one, but pretty tasty. This would be a good candidate to fire up a cigar. And guys, y'all keep asking when I'm gonna do cigar reviews. I'm going to do it. Just bear with me. I've only been smoking cigars for a little over a year now, and just trying to get a few of them under my belt to know what I'm tasting and what I'm smoking and all that. And I don't want to come off as a noob, a guy, while he's only been smoking cigars for a year. What the hell does he know? It'll come. Trust me, it'll come. I enjoy a nice Maduro wrapped cigar with a big beer or a dark beer like this. So. Well, let's go let her taste it before I flap my gums for 20 minutes, and then we'll come back and do the final choking grade on this one. Hi guys, I'm back. Got just a little left. Been sipping on it probably about 45 minutes or so, and smoking what I had left on a nice cigar. This is a very tasty beer, guys. It is an awesome beer, to be honest about it. It's a world-class beer. And the only fuss I have about this, even though it's a 12% and it's a bourbon barrel aged beer and stuff, there is no kind of dating. I mean, we don't need a month, day, and a year. I would like to see a month and a year, or at least a year. But I think this is the same thing I fussed about on the last Thirsty Dog beer that I had that didn't have a date on it. They need to have the vintage on this style of beer. At 12%, it'd be nice to have a month, but if that's not possible, just to have the year on the label or somewhere where we can read it. And this has nothing. I'd like to know whether I'm drinking a 2010 or 2012 or 2015 edition, in case I want to get several different years and maybe do a vertical later on. So that's all I'm going to say about that. I'm not going to harp about the date. It has none. It needs a vintage. It needs a year on it. A month would be great too, so we know whether it was January of 2015 or December of 2015 or whatever year that it is. We have no inclination. I don't have any idea. I don't know how many years they produced this beer. So. Let's do the final chug on this one. The bourbon is just off the chain, guys. It's awesome. Maybe one of the best wee heavies that I've ever had. Wow. That's delicious. Very well made. Nice sweetness on the back end. The bourbon is there. The toffee, caramel. Maybe even some hints of some dark fruit in there. Very easy drinking for a 12%. It's a 10 beer in a 9 bottle. If it had the vintage on it, I would probably give it to 10, guys. But it has no dating or anything at all. And like I said, when I say dating, the year is basically all you need for this style of beer. A bourbon barrel aged 12% It's an Imperial wee heavy. I don't know if that's officially a class, but when you get to that ABV at 12%, that's an Imperial, or it's a double, however you want to call that. It's very tasty, guys. It's an awesome beer. If you can get your hands on this from Thirsty Dog, the Wulver, bourbon barrel aged for 11 months, it's damn tasty. I just wish these guys at Thirsty Dog would step up to the plate and date their stuff. And if you're producing a 12%er, this is not a cheap beer. They can afford to have that on the label. That's the way I look at it. They could have 2015 edition, 2014 edition, 2013 edition, and they choose not to. So that costs them a point. It's 10 beer in a 9 bottle, so it gets the 9 from me. Over to Beer Advocate, they say 96 world class. If I was putting rating on it, it would probably be a 96 or a 97, maybe even a 98. And over to Rate Beer. Rate Beer says overall 99 and 100 in the style. So awesome numbers from everybody. So and they would get the 100 from me if it had a vintage on it. We just need that information. I might want to buy 2 or 3, 4 or 5 of these and have a 2010, 2011, all the way up to 2015 and do a vertical to see how it ages and all that. Other than putting a piece of tape on it and writing when I bought it, but that doesn't mean how old the beer is. I mean, I might put bought in 2015 and there might be a 2012 edition. Who the hell knows? So Thirsty Dog, great beer. Thumbs up for the awesome beer you're doing, but thumbs down for not putting a date on it somewhere, or at least the year. So we're going to leave it at that. If you've had the Wulver from Thirsty Dog, let me know what you think. I think it's a freaking awesome beer, guys. They just need to step up to the plate and put a vintage on this style of beer. So let me know if you've had it, and come on back tomorrow. Let's go see what's in the fridge. Yeah. See you then.